You saw the title of the video. We deserved better. What Warzone should have been. We're gonna start with where Warzone was, the turning points, and where it is today. And I'm gonna add a portion of the video that is just what I think they could do better, what they should have done, and strategies to keep the game alive longer than it has. So we are going to be going over Warzone was. The original launch was in March 2020. Exploded during the pandemic. Absolutely had massive hype. 6 million players within 24 hours, which is awesome. We loved Warzone. It was great. You could hop on with your boys, play at any time. It was a simple but satisfying game. You drop, you loot, you survive. It was great. So easy to play. The strong movement mechanics. It had the Modern Warfare 2019 engine, cross-play integration. You had your friends on PS5s, PS4s, Xbox. Then you had PC friends, and you could all play, which at the time when it released was really rare. Dreamers taking over. Nick Merckx, Tim the Tatman, Nade Shot, boosting the visibility of Warzone. And it had actual exciting events. The Haunting of Verdansk and Verdansk 84, which a lot of people complained about. So we're going to talk about the turning point and the integrations. Whenever they started integrating Cold War and Vanguard guns, there was a point in time where they didn't really know what was going on. You would have Modern Warfare guns feeling lackluster, Cold War guns feeling OP when they first came out, and then when Vanguard guns came out with 10 attachments, it started creating very huge balancing issues for the game. And roughly around this time, whenever we've always had cheaters, but the problem with the cheaters necessarily didn't come from the overly rage hacking people. It came from the people that were soft cheating, where they would run cheats but act like a legit player, and that ruined it for a ton of people. We also remember whenever they got rid of Verdansk the first time, and we were kicking and screaming about, oh, well, if they changed maps, we're not going to come back. They changed to Caldera, not too many people left. And this is where it starts to go bad for me. But first, let's cover where Warzone is today. We had the Warzone 2 launch. I mean, we had Verdansk 84. We had Caldera, Al Mazrah, Urzikstan, that other map that I forget what it's called. Then for the substitutes for Rebirth Island, we had Ashika Island. The other map that I don't know, I think it was the same map, just smaller. I don't know, at that point I stopped playing Rebirth Island as much. There was a loss of identity. Not too many people were feeling like it had a steady pulse. It came from the same place every time, which it didn't. You had multiple different game developers working on one piece. I now want to talk about what Warzone should have done. They should have left Raven Software. Let them have Warzone. Let it be its own separate game. However, yes, they could continually integrate new guns from the multiplayer into the game. If my say went into it, we could still be able to touch our Modern Warfare guns in Verdansk today. Our Cold War guns in Verdansk, our Vanguard guns in Verdansk. I get it. It would probably lead to a balancing nightmare. They would find a way, and they should find a way. It's a mega corporation. It's a huge corporation that they should be able to have the budget to do this. Now that weapons are out of the way, I want to touch on the maps. Now, although we could all say that Caldera was a little bit of a nightmare with too much distance between POIs, visibility on the map. You could definitely distinguish someone from miles away. However, in Al Mazrah, they worked on the map. Urzikstan, they worked on the map. What we could have had was a very Apex style where they continually rotated the maps. That would have led to people being able to play the maps that they enjoyed frequently. And I get it. I sound like I'm kind of standing up for Activision whenever they took away Verdansk. However, there was a period where we were playing on Verdansk and we were asking for a new map. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but people were getting bored of Verdansk. In no way justifying what Activision did by completely taking it away, because I think that's wrong. What they should have done was put them on rotation, as well as Rebirth Island, have Rebirth Island, Ashika Island, and have those on a cycle. Now getting into their anti-cheat. I have never made an anti-cheat, and I don't know what it takes to provide one. However, I have multiple solutions that would definitely help you suss out cheaters very quickly. 1, if you are in a country that allows a government-issued ID, you should have to sign up with Battle.net, with Activision, with PlayStation, with Xbox, your government ID, and you have so many reports and somebody looks at your views your gameplay and it's clear and evident that you are cheating, then your license and on your account is put under a revoke. Not only allowed to play any Call of Duty or Activision game, you are not allowed to play games in general on your console or your PC, which I think would help all other games. And the reason I say the ID thing is because, I mean, for Uber Eats, you had to put in your ID to get alcohol. For a Pornhub or whatever adult content there's out there, you have to use your ID to log in, or at least where I live in Texas. I don't do that, but I know that that's a thing. Number two, this is a crazy idea, because they can show you your headshot percentages and your body, your hits to the body and all that stuff when it comes to your game data. Multiple times a year, they should completely turn off the aim assist. And if someone still gets 100% shots on body, then they are more than likely cheating. I get it. There's some really good mouse and keyboard players out there. I'm playing mouse and keyboard as well, but they're going to have missed shots at some point. So that would help us out, cheaters. Absolutely. Third, instead of giving us a summary of our death cam, the new summary of the death cam that's supposed to be on the right and it shows if you're pinged and this and that, how about just highlight our body? They could have just highlighted our body and shown us, hey, this is where you were, this is where exactly what he was looking at, this is where he was aimed. And it would help us be like, oh yeah, that's definitely like completely natural. He didn't know exactly where I was, or this dude was tracking me through the wall for 45 minutes, which leads into my fourth idea for stopping hackers. The ability to have a timer that starts counting if you are on the other side of a wall and someone is looking at you directly through the wall in the game data. And if someone spends more than 10 minutes just ADSing on someone through a wall, then that person is now banned or reviewed or some shit like that. All of these are just base level thoughts that could probably be integrated into the game and help suss out cheaters without necessarily being a kernel level anti-cheat. This is just using strict game data already. Now, when it comes to Verdansk and the way Warzone has gone, the game would be amazing today, and I don't think they would have lost as many players as they have lost up until this point. As of right now, whenever I'm speaking into this microphone, we are 3 days in Verdansk, and truly, I don't think that the game's terrible. It's playable. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've definitely seen a cheater or two already, but we had that in OG Verdansk. Hopefully what they do from here on out is listen to player base. If they listen to the player base from this point forward, then we may see a, no pun intended, resurgence in players back to Verdansk. But it is a little bit crazy for them to think that they're going to bring Verdansk back and then continue ignoring their audience, and grow a player count again. Truthfully, that won't work. The only thing they can do from here forward is listen to their player base. As someone who truly enjoys Verdansk, I thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe. This has been Coffee Cody. I'll catch you later. What's up, fellas? This is Post-Edit Coffee. I just want to say thank you so much for watching the video. Also, I forgot to mention that I'm live on Twitch every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So come check me out. Coffee_Cody on twitch.tv. Thank you so much, and I'll catch y'all later.